In today's video, we sailed a catamaran out of a shoreline marina in Long Beach. On the way out, we passed the iconic Queen Mary, which was launched in 1934, exactly 90 years ago. Our destination is the island of Santa Catalina. With westerly wind, we trimmed all the way in and beat to the windward. We sailed as high as possible to get closer to two harbors. Then we turned south along the coastline of Catalina all the way down to the Avalon. Sailing downwind along the beautiful coastline of Catalina was amazing, certainly one of the highlights of our trip. Wind was moderate, temperature was barely 60s, not exactly the summer we expected in Southern California. The boat sailed well. We encountered a couple of minor issues with the rolling riggings. I jury-rigged a couple of lines to solve the problem. In the past year, we sailed 6 or 7 different catamarans. It's important to anticipate the problem before it actually becomes the problem. Arriving at Avalon Bay just before the sunset was such a refreshing moment. The mooring field was almost empty. I was told the weekend before and after, all the mooring boats were sold out. In the weekdays like these, we could enjoy the best of Avalon in a much quieter environment. Our day started early in the shoreline marina, Long Beach. The boat looked nice, clean, and well maintained. Kitty was pretty happy with its interior. Before we leave the marina, I usually do a thorough check of the important parts. Starting with the engine compartment, I checked the oil level, raw water intake, bilge water, etc., etc. I started the engine after checking there's no line in the water. Make sure exhaust water come out. 1, 2, 3. It's good. I started the engine one at a time. Let's check the port side. One, 2, 3. It's good. Transmission was the next. This is a good time for me to get familiar with the gearbox and the throttle. Now it's time to check all the running riggings, familiarize myself with all the lines, where do they go, the reef system, the sail condition, it always chafes, and the mainsail slides. We don't plan to use the anchor, but I always check the anchor system in case we need to drop it in a hurry. Inside, I check the electric system, bilge pump, radios. Make sure I know where the life jackets are. Boat horns, winches, etc., etc. Check the water pressure. The last but not least, make sure the head works properly. Without a working head, we're going nowhere. Now it's time to cast the lines and let the fun begin. Good job, Katie! Immediately out of the shoreline marina, we saw the magnificent Queen Mary. Launched in 1934, this ship of 90 years old, once the most luxurious and technology advanced vessel in the sea, still looks amazing today. If you watched our other videos, you know we frequently sailed under the Golden Gate Bridge, which was completed in 1937, 3 years younger than Queen Mary. Katie never missed her chance to take good photos. In the middle of the water is the shore, which is very shallow. We have to watch our depths carefully and couldn't get any closer. In case you are wondering how Queen Mary looks from up close and from inside, we stayed in Queen Mary Hotel the night before. The experience was quite unique and interesting. It's totally worth it. Back to Catamaran. After we passed the Queen Mary, it's time to raise the main. Now we are sailing. Wind was dominant westerly, moderate around 10 knots. We wanted to sail along the Catalina coastline, since we didn't have a chance to do it last time. So we trimmed all in and beat to the windward. Hopefully we can get close to 2 harbors, then turn south along the coastline all the way to Avalon. To avoid seasickness, it's better to keep active. Ladies and gentlemen, this alien dance is brought to you from Katie. With nothing else to do, eventually we became bored. We couldn't wait to reach Catalina. Our personal experience, one of the best ways to cure boredom and seasickness is to sing along your favorite songs out loud. Last time we sailed to Catalina was December around Christmas time a couple years ago. It was nice but cold. After having a great time spending a couple of days in Avalon, we said to ourselves we had to go back, but in the summertime. Here we are in the early summer of 2024. Clearly, we picked the wrong week. The temperature was barely 60s. It's almost 10 degrees lower than most cities in the Bay Area. I guess we had to wait the next time to experience the real summer in Santa Catalina. After a little more than 3 hours, we finally reached Catalina. We didn't quite get to 2 harbors, but close enough. It's time to let the ship out, turn south, and sail along the coastline. Sailing downwind along the coastline of Santa Catalina was such a good experience. We would definitely do it again. I prepared the halyard, smoothed out all the kinks to drop the mainsail. Turned on the engine, turned into the wind one last time. We arrived at Avalon Harbor before the sunset. I radioed Avalon Harbor on Channel 12. A patrol boat was sent out to meet us at the entrance.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Hi. How are you, sir?
Good.
Yeah, good. Just request the motorboat. Yes, one right. Can you give us the ball on the outside so there's for us to get out?
Oh, like something on the fairway?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not knowing the mooring field is almost empty, I asked if I could get a mooring ball on the main fairway so I can get out easier tomorrow morning. Kindly enough, the officer assigned us a mooring ball that's probably the easiest one to get out. After the officer took the boat information, registration, and the payment, we followed him to our assigned mooring ball. Without saying, this mooring buoy is probably the easiest one to get out. The only caveat is this slot is good for 60 footers. Our boat is only 36. By putting the bow hawser on the bow cleat, no matter what we tried, even with the help of the patrol boat, we couldn't pull the stern hawser on board. So instead, I put 2 dock lines through bow and stern hawsers and tied them on the cleats. Problem solved. I confirmed with the harbor patrol it's totally okay to do it this way. We were starving, so let's go get something to eat. Katie picked a restaurant called Blue Water by the beach. We almost didn't make it. We were lucky to be the last 2 customers into the door before it closed. Patio table is a must. Just not this one with all the waters on the table.
Thank you.
All the water is on.
Maybe not this one too.
Oh no, we cannot see it. No.
Settle for this one.
What's up?
You here?
Yeah, I will stay here.
This is a nice place for sure. It's time to reward ourselves.
Wow. Nice. Cheers.
We had a gumbo, crab cake, and a burger. Whoa, I don't know what to say. Dinner was very good. Take a stroll after dinner in Avalon beachfront was even better. Avalon's morning was serene, with a heavy cloud and a glimpse of sunrise. As I mentioned previously, our boat was too short, so I hooked 2 dock lines through bow and stern hawsers. Sailing back to the Long Beach was a long, slow process. Wind was hovering around 5 knots in the whole morning, and only got stronger once we were in an arm's distance of California coast. For a good chunk of distance, we were average barely 2 knots. However, we were in no hurry, and I don't like use engine unless it's absolutely necessary. Sailing along the Queen Mary is always a pleasant experience. It's done. We were starving. We went to have dinner first, then came back to tidy up the boat. There were so many good choices in Shoreline Village. Cajun food is one of my favorites, so naturally we picked Louisiana Charlie's barbecue and Cajun.
Whoa.
And that's shrimp oil. Anything else I can grab for you guys?
Perfect.
Alright, enjoy guys.
The restaurant is fantastic. The food was surely delicious. I made a fantastic call. It's time to reward myself. After dinner, we went back to tidy up the boat. In the meantime, enjoyed a fantastic Southern California sunset. It's time to say goodbye. This concluded our 2-day sailing trip in Long Beach and Santa Catalina.